Chapter 9. When Demons Surface. I can remember the day like it was yesterday. Waiting for Earl to come home felt like the longest day I had ever experienced. I made sure I cooked his favorite dinner, turkey wings and rice. He got home about 12 o'clock. As soon as he came in, I was extra nice and happy to see him. I said, "Hey, boo boo." That was the nickname we both called each other. I asked, "How was your day? Did you battle anyone today? Were you able to sell a lot of tapes?" He sold his mixtapes everywhere, every day. That's how he made money on the side. He looked at me kind of strange and said, "I did all right. What's with all the questions?" He never cared about how many tapes I sold before. Oh God, I'm overdoing it, I thought. So I acted like I didn't hear him and said, "I made your favorite. Did you eat?" He said, "Really? Wow, boo boo. I don't know what's going on with you today, but I like it." I said, "You act like I never do things like this for you." "No, you do nice things for me, but this feels a little different. Maybe it's just me and I'm bugging." That night, I just left it alone. But first thing in the morning, I told Earl I had to talk to him about something important that's been bothering me. So he said, "What's up?" I kept hesitating and looking really nervous. So again, he said, "What's up?" Looking down, I said, "I don't know how to tell you this." And suddenly tears came to my eyes. Earl started looking real nervous and asked, "What's wrong?" Tears began to fill his eyes. All of a sudden, he asked, "Tashira, are you leaving me?" "What?" I exclaimed. That definitely took the edge off. I said, "Hell no." Then he said, "So what's up? What's going on? What do you have to tell me? Why are you so nervous? What can be so bad that it's making you cry?" I just blurted it out. "I'm pregnant, and I know I can't have it because we don't have that much money. I'm not ready to bring a life into this world. I'm just not ready, and I'm scared to death." Earl just looked at me and was quiet for a good 2 minutes. And then he ran over to me with so much joy and said, "Tashira, you pregnant? Oh my God." I was just looking at him like, this boy is crazy. Why is he so happy? We are not ready for a child. He could tell we weren't on the same page and I wasn't as happy as he was. So he said, "What's the problem? Why are you so afraid of having a baby?" "Because I'm just not ready. I'm still young, and if I have a baby, everything I always wanted to do will be put on hold." "Like what?" "Well, for one, I need to work to make money. If I have a baby, who's going to babysit?" Earl replied, "I will." I just laughed and said, "You will. You have never taken care of a baby before in your life." "No, to share, but I will learn to. While you're pregnant, I'll go out and work, rob, steal, and do whatever I have to do before it comes into the world and save up so I can take care of you and the baby." While Earl was talking, I could see in his eyes that he was so serious. "Please, to share," he begged. "No, I got a lot of growing up to do, but I have never in my life wanted something as bad as I want you to have this baby. I want us to be a family. I want you to be my wife. I love you, and I want you to have my children. I told you this the first time we were together, and I meant that. Please believe me and give me a chance to show you," he went on. "I know you're scared, but you're strong, and I know we can do this." Suddenly, I felt a sense of peace through my spirit, and I started crying. I took a deep breath and said, "Okay, Earl, I'll have this baby. Please don't let me down, hurt me, or leave me. This is going to be very scary for me. Please don't let me down." He said, "My loyalty is to you and my child, and loyalty is everything to me." I was going to be a mom. I continued to work at the temp agency, making money and saving for the baby. Earl, on the other hand, was not the same person. He was always very sweet to me, but ever since I told him I was pregnant, he was the nicest, most protective man I had ever met. It was almost as if he wasn't the same person anymore. He was waiting on me, hand and foot. He made me feel like I was a queen. Whatever I said went. Every morning I woke up, he rubbing my stomach. He would ask me how I was feeling and what I wanted to eat. He would give me breakfast in bed every day if he could. It was unbelievable how happy me having the baby made him and changed him. It's like all he thought about was me and the baby. It was a great feeling. It showed me that I made the right decision. Earl made me so happy, safe and secure in our relationship. I guess things were going too well, and the devil couldn't take us being happy for too long. I was chilling at home in bed watching TV, and Earl had gone to the store. I noticed that he had been gone for almost an hour and a half, so I beeped him. I received no response. Half an hour later, I beeped him again, and I still received no response. I was worried at first, and then I thought maybe he got caught up and I fell asleep. It couldn't have been more than 15 minutes later, and Earl was banging on the door. I jumped up and opened the door for him. Earl didn't look at me, but he looked really weird. It was warm outside, but not to the point where he would be pouring with sweat. He looked like he just came out of a pool. Earl, are you okay? Why are you covered in sweat? I asked, puzzled. He just started looking through his drawers. I asked, what are you looking for? A screwdriver, Earl said. For what? I asked. Leave me alone and mind your own business, he was almost screaming. So I backed up and said, yo, what's up? Why are you acting like this? You look very weird. He just went on ignoring me like I wasn't talking to him. Then then he looked out the window and I noticed the van pulling up, so I said, who's that? He shouted, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to take care of something. Then he went to the other side of the house and began to detach all the wiring to a really big 60 something inch TV. Back then, TVs were not like they are now. The TV was one of those floor models. I asked, where are you going with Jack's TV? Jack was his manager. He said, Tashir, mind your business. I'm selling it. I was like, selling it? To who? And why? He said, to get some money for us. I knew he was lying. He looked so crazy in the face, and he was sweating like no tomorrow. Earl, are you selling this TV for drugs? You can't do that. This isn't ours. Jack will kick us out. Where will we live? We were about to have a baby, and at this point I was crying. I could not believe what I was seeing and how he was acting. We started fighting over the TV. We were tugging back and forth. Mind you, I'm 7 months pregnant. It was like it wasn't even Earl. We went back and forth for about 15 minutes. I was not going to let him leave the house with Jack's TV. I guess he told the guys outside that he was coming right out because eventually one of the guys came to the door and asked, what's the holdup? I lost it at that moment, and the guy noticed that I was trying to fight Earl for the TV. I instantly got mad and asked, what the fuck you mean what's the holdup? He's stealing this TV. I'm calling the police. The guy was looking at me like I was crazy. He probably thought I was hiding away I was sweating and trying to get the TV from Earl. All of a sudden, I just couldn't do it anymore. I thought if Earl would see me give up in tears at 7 months pregnant, he would change his mind. But it only motivated him. He told one of the guys to help him bring it out. The guy came in and acted like I wasn't even there. I just went into my room while my heart was totally breaking and cried my eyes out. I heard them take off and I thought to myself, What the hell just happened? Was this a bad dream? And am I going to wake up? What the hell am I going to tell Jack when he comes back?